for some reason, it's so satisfying to just beat up kids with their pet bugs at the beginning of every Pokemon game. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy, Vitamin M, right here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Silver here. And I actually just battled this guy, so I know in the last video I said I'd be just fast-forwarding through a bunch of battles that you didn't really have to see, but I think what I'm going to do is just show on screen all the required ones, and go back on my own time, and then just do those. But anyways, in the last episode, we started our grand adventure, and I introduced a lot of Pokemon that you guys could now catch along the way here, as we started getting Pokeballs, and now we are able to catch things, and we finally got into a lot of trainer battles. In this episode, we're going to be finally getting to Violet City here, if it weren't for this Letterbaugh that's in my way here. But, yeah, we're going to be finally getting there, and we're going to be checking out what that city has to offer for us. But we got one more route here. We have Route 31, which I guess this other wild battle presents another perfect opportunity for me to explain the new Pokemon you can encounter here. So there are two new Pokemon that you can find here on this route. There is Bellsprout, which is available to you in all three games here. It's a grass poison type. It was a pretty good alternative to Bulbasaur in the Generation 1 games, and here it's really no different if you really wanted that from Chikorita. And it's available during the all portions of the day. If you want to get another Pokemon later, right when we get into Violet City, I highly suggest that you catch that Bellsprout, and you'll be able to get that Pokemon right away. But I'll be showing that in a bit here. Before I get to the other Pokemon, I do want to show you what this place is here. Dark Cave. So let's take a look in here. So this is our first dungeon, I guess, if you think about it, as we get into another wild battle in here. There's a bunch of Zubats in different stuff here, but this is Dark Cave, and, you know, it's perfectly named that for a reason. We need a special move that we can use outside of battle in order to light this place up. But there's only two new Pokemon that you can find here. One is Dunsparce, available in all games. It is a normal... Yeah, it's just a normal type Pokemon that is available in all versions. There's only a 1% chance of finding it here, but there are chances of a swarm if a certain person calls you and lets you know there's a swarm. But I'll be explaining that a little bit later. Dunsparce is a pretty mediocre Pokemon. He gets a lot of really good moves, he just doesn't have the stats to back it up. It's going to be a challenge if you want to use him, but I really don't recommend it. There's a lot better normal types along the way. And finally, there's Teddy Ursa, which is only available to you at this point in the game in Crystal version. Teddy Ursa is actually really slow, but it's really, really strong when it fully evolves. It evolves into Ursaring, which can eventually get Thrash, and it can be a really multifaceted attacker with a lot of different types. But if you have Gold version, you'll be able to get him later on in the game. So, with that in mind, here we are at Route 31 here. I walked too far today looking for Pokemon. My feet hurt and I'm sleepy. Fire wild Pokemon would be easy to catch. And looks like he's asleep. Alright. I don't know if I'd fall asleep just in the middle of the open there, but yeah. I guess this is a little more peaceful. I think Bitterberry is only unique to this game. It will only cure confusion. So, with that in mind, as we're going along here, I'm going to skip him because he's not a necessary battle. I'll get to him eventually, like I said. But there is a Pokemon here I do want to catch. Not for my team, but I did want to show off what you can do with that Bellsprout if you catch it. And here we go! So while we're trying to catch this Bellsprout, I'll go over the last Pokemon that you can find at this point in the game, starting from this point. If you have Crystal version, at night, there is a 5% chance to find a Pokemon named Gastly. Now, Gastly is a very, very, very good Pokemon when it fully evolves. But in order for it to fully... I just accidentally killed it. Crap. Okay. Shoot. But anyways, when it comes to Gastly, in order for him to fully evolve, you have to be able to trade his second evolution stage and then get it back. Because it will only evolve into Gengar when you trade it, just like Golem, Machamp, excuse me, and Alakazam. But I'll be talking about those guys later, and I've already talked about Geodude and Golem. But anyways, Gastly is a Ghost Poison type, and you would think from its typing it doesn't get a lot of help because both of those are physical, and Gengar and Gastly, that whole family, is a very special attack-oriented family. However, it is able to do a lot with its versatility because of this. It can get a lot of different electric moves, fire moves, different things, and its Ghost and its Poison type, it can actually do pretty decent with, especially with Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball newly introduced in this game. The Ghost type definitely got buffed and debuffed at the same time as Dark and Steel were introduced in this game in order to nerf Psychic types, because Psychic types would just sweep everything in Generation 1. But Gengar is definitely something you really want to consider for your team, but keep in mind that you will have to trade it and get it back in order to get Gengar. Or, you know, you could do like what I've done several times, is just use Game Shark codes. But anyways, it's a great Pokemon if you want to consider that. We'll be able to catch him later, just in a little bit here, if we're playing Gold and Silver. But he's available starting at this point if you have Crystal version. So, with that in mind, we have this Bellsprout weak enough, I think, so let's go ahead and throw a Pokeball at him. Alright, so this game teaches you how to count to 3, so let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3. What the heck? Yeah, but in order for the Pokemon to catch, you gotta make sure you weaken it like the guy was explaining to us earlier. It's helpful for it to have a special condition, lowered stats. It's at the mercy of the catch rate, and increasing your catch rate chances are dependent on that. But we caught our Bellsprout here, so this is the first Pokemon we have actually caught. So Bellsprout's data was newly added to Pokédex. It plants its feet deep underground to replenish water. It can't escape its enemy while it's rooted. Don't mind the Pokédex entries, they're kind of weird. So anytime you catch a Pokemon, you can give it a nickname. I'm not really going to bother. So you have to catch a Pokemon in order for the Pokédex entry to fill up. But here we are. We have arrived at Violet City here. And right off the bat, I do want to heal my Cyndaquil, because he's low on PP for his moves there. So I think something else I forgot to go over was each of the moves, depending on how strong it is and what it does, it will have a certain amount of power points or PP. So you can only use a certain move so many times. If you run out of PP for all your moves, then you won't be able to attack, and you'll just use Struggle, which you'll be able to do damage, but you will have recoil damage to yourself because of that. So, if we go into this house here, I collect Pokemon. Do you have a Bellsprout? I want to trade it for my Onyx. So, I haven't gone over Onyx yet, but basically there's a couple in-game trades that are available if you only have single-player available to you in Pokemon games, and this can actually serve you pretty well. So, Onyx is actually a really fast rock-ground type. Once again, that typing isn't that helpful, but it is very fast, but it is pretty darn weak. It's really not worth it. There's going to be some better choices such as Golem, or if you can, Rhydon, but the typing isn't that great and it can't hit that hard. But I'm going to go ahead and trade here, just to show this off for you guys. Okay, connect the game link cable. So this is all just for display here, just showing you how the trade works. I wonder if we're actually trading from our Game Boy to his Game Boy, even though we're trading real Pokemon in this fictionally real world. It's kind of interesting. But, if you do want to trade Pokemon with a friend, this is basically how it would look in-game. But with that in mind, there are a couple perks that come with traded Pokemon, either from your friend or within the solo game trades in the story mode here. So, as we see, we're going to receive Onyx here. Alright, and that's Onyx there. Take good care of Onyx. M&M traded Onyx for Bellsprout. Nice! Okay, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I got a Bellsprout for myself. Thanks! Alright, awesome. Otherwise, I would have hung on to that Bellsprout, because I can use him for HM moves to use in the overworld later, but I'll be going over those later. So we have Rocky here, who's our Onyx, and it looks like he's going to be holding an item, which I'm going to go ahead and take. Took the Bitterberry. Nice! So, whatever the level of the Pokemon you traded to somebody is, the Pokemon you get will be that same level. I thought I could totally just mess with a guy by trading him a level 3 Raichu in Generation 1 to get a level, I don't know, 80 Pokemon, but I ended up getting a level 3 Electrode, I think, or something like that. But we can check out his stats here, and, you know, nothing out of the ordinary, anything like that. You know, it's still going to be regular Onyx. The only two differences is, number one, traded Pokemon get boosted EXP. This means whenever they get EXP, they will get much more than your regular Pokemon as if you caught them yourself. This is to account for the other side to traded Pokemon. Traded Pokemon are more likely to disobey you if you don't have certain gym badges. If you have certain gym badges, that will guarantee that Pokemon that are traded to you within a certain level range or a level limit, below that limit will obey you no matter what. So if a Pokemon doesn't obey you, it may use a different move, or it may just not even attack at all. That kind of reminds me of stuff in Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD, but check those games out, seriously. They are fantastic. But anyways, that's why largely there's boosted EXP, but that boosted EXP is definitely quite a perk to use, and it makes it faster for them to grow because of that. So that's just something to keep in mind there, if you want to use any traded Pokemon or anything like that. But I'm not going to be using an Onyx. I'm not a fan. Plus, in order for him to evolve into Steelix, his evolve form, which is going to turn to a Steel Ground type, super duper defensive. It has the second highest defense stat of all Pokemon in the game. Only second to Shuckle, which we'll be going over Shuckle much, much later. But really strong, really defensive. It can hit pretty well, but its typing definitely gets better, and it's able to use that Steel type pretty well. It is a wall, and it will stand up to stuff. Not really special stuff, but it'll be pretty good. But I want to check this place out here. Earl's Pokemon Academy. That's quite a name. So we got these fellas here on their Game Boys. I always used to think that these things in front of them were beards, so I always thought those were old people. I was always very confused by that. So we can check out the chalkboard here, up here. It says, the blackboard describes Pokemon status changes in battle. So I've been obviously talking about status changes, different things such as that, but I think this will really drive home my points with everything. So let's check this out. If poison, a Pokemon steadily loses HP. Okay. Poison lingers after the battle, and HP is lost as you walk. To cure it, use an antidote. So poison, as it said, damage is, I think every 2 steps or so you take 1 HP or something like that. There's a difference between being poisoned and badly poisoned. If you're badly poisoned, after 8 turns, if you do nothing about the poison or heal, even if you heal with items or whatever, your Pokemon will faint, period. So badly poisoned is something else tied to a move called Toxic. But that's something we don't have to worry about quite yet. Paralysis reduces speed and may prevent movements. It remains after battle, so use a paralysis heal. Yep, that's something you have to account for. It halves your speed, and there's a chance you may not attack. So typically, if you're paralyzed, chances are you're going to be going last. Check out Sleep. If asleep, your Pokemon can't make a move. A sleep Pokemon doesn't wake up after battle. Wake it up with an awakening. So you have to put it in battle, and maybe after a couple turns it will wake up. It has to be asleep for at least 2 turns, and the maximum amount of turns it can be asleep is 5. So within there's a chance, within 2 to 5, it will wake up. And check the next one out here, Burn. A burn steadily consumes HP. It also reduces attack power. A burn lingers after battle. Use a burn heal as the cure. You better have burn heal! Such a great line. But yeah, burn will have your attack, and it's not fun, especially if you're physical oriented. I don't think it impacts your special attack. I could be wrong, but I will get back to you guys on that and let you guys know for sure. And then finally, there's Frozen. If your Pokemon is frozen, it can't do a thing. It remains frozen after battle. Thaw it out with an Ice Heal. Frozen basically works like Sleep. It has that same range of 2 to 5 turns where you may unfreeze. There is one Pokemon that can unfreeze itself using a certain move, but we're going to be talking about that guy much, much later, if you guys know what I mean. There is one other special condition that is missing here. It is called Confusion. Basically, if you're confused, there is a chance that you will hit yourself in your confusion, so you damage yourself, or the flip side to that is you will be able to attack like normal. So it just kind of may forfeit your turn and you damage yourself, and that really, really sucks. So yeah, there's not a whole lot here in Violet City yet. We have this place right here, though. Sprout Tower. Experience the Way of Pokemon. Alright, so that's kind of going to be some training for us a little bit later. But yeah, pretty darn cool place. Very Eastern and monastic, I would say. So we got a gym here. This is going to be our first gym. Violet City Pokemon Gym. Leader Faulkner. The Elegant Master of Flying Pokemon. Cool. So we'll be checking that out later. Mart. We got another house, and we can head up to that route that's up there, but I won't be getting there until maybe the next video or so. So, with that in mind, there's this other place that we can go down here, and we got a bunch of water down here. So let's check out this tree real quick. Hey, it's a Paralysis Cure Berry. Nice. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put the Paralyzed Cure Berry in his bag. Nice. So, basically, if we try to go down here, this guy's going to stop us. Wait up! What's the hurry? Have you gone to the Pokemon Gym? You can test your Pokemon and yourself there. It's a rite of passage for all trainers. Alright, well, forget you. And then this is going to be another area called Ruins of the Alf, East Entrance, that I'll be getting to in a little bit here later. But definitely not this episode. But with that in mind, I think it's time to head back to Violet City, and in the next episode, we're going to be taking on the gym here, and we're just going to be going straight for it. So next time on Pokemon Silver, we are going to be cutting some throat against Faulkner and his Flying-type Pokemon. So, yeah, we're going to be having some fun there. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Vitamin M, I'm out.